So the important thing that we are doing here is that we are uniting together as yoga teachers, Sivananda Yoga teachers, and we have a mission. Sivananda Yoga teachers have a mission is to be leader in time of need and to help people. Okay, so in which way that we can help people? So this is the topic of today. So I hope that you have seen my video and my article. If you have not, so please do read it. Self-quarantine or yogic turning inwards, how to live with yourself and be happy and healthy. So there is an article about this, and it's been also translated. So for now, so in this article, there's already a lot of teaching that is there that you need to communicate with people in your own way. If you have difficulty to communicate with people, then you do write to me, okay? Then I can explain in a few words what to say and what to do. For example, if you want to help people to convert from fear to self-confidence and faith, then you can write to me. The idea is, as yoga teachers, you need to feel that you have a responsibility, and sometimes we sit in our corner, we don't know really what to do. So this is the meeting for that reason, so that for you to know a few things, okay? So the first thing you need to know is, this is pandemic, but also it's a situation that touched the whole world, and it changed the vibration of the whole world. Yeah, the whole world is in a panic or worry mode and questioning mode. Okay, so very important that yogic teaching is being known at this time, so people would turn from negative thoughts to positive thoughts, and know that the cumulative action of thought, and this is yoga teacher need to know, that that their thinking is not just only relating to them or in the people that are in the same room or same house with them. The thinking together as a collective consciousness, the positive thinking affect the world. So now more than ever, we need to be aware of that. We need to be aware that our positive thinking or positive thought affect the world. And the way how we can help the world to heal and to uplift their consciousness is to more consciously doing our sadhana or our practices, our yoga practices. Why? Because it's so important time. Yeah, you see everything collapsing, changing. Yeah, the whole world is in lockdown, and what that means that people would stay at home, and then they have a lot of time. Things stop. So that means, you know, what people are going to do. So this is a moment of transition, moment of choice. Yeah, either we're going to be depressed and we go down with everybody, or we're going to rise up. And that's why the teachers need to play a leading role. So now, okay, so number one is the teachers, the yoga teachers need to know that their thought is important, okay? So then it's very important that you raise your thought vibration by continuing doing your practice, even though you might think that you are alone in your house doing your practice, but you need to do it for the sake of the world. When you do your practice, yoga and meditation, it's not only improving your life, but it's improving also the vibration of the whole world, okay? So the easiest way how to increase your vibration and help the world is repeating mantra. The way how you increase your vibration is to repeat mantra, okay? So those who have been yoga teachers, Sivananda system, then you know the mantras. So there is a few mantras that you can do. Okay, now more than ever, and gathered people together to repeat the mantra because of the collective effect. Yeah. So it's like adding the energy. And you know that when you add energy, you don't just add energy to your country, but you add energy to the whole world. Okay. So now is we need to create this positive vibration to balance out the negative vibration. Okay, so it's a question of knowledge, not just of blind faith. That means that you know that vibration or thoughts or mantra thoughts have effect. Okay, so you need to repeat a few mantra and teach people to repeat mantra as well, sitting together to repeat mantra. Okay, it helps them to have a strong mind, yeah, but also it radiated out. So the mantra are Om Namo Narayanaya. We do it 3 times. Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya. So with your heart, you send the mantra out. So you know that it helps people to bring them to peace, to calm down. Okay. Now the mantra of Lord Shiva, yeah, that can remove poison and protect you and bring you to high consciousness. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. You can record this mantra and you can play so people can hear all day long, and they can learn also how to pronounce correctly. Okay, the next mantra is a mantra of protection and of strength. Yeah, the goddess Durga is very powerful, and she can calm down all fear and all delusion. So very important, if people are completely crazy, then you let them hear this mantra. And also not only hearing, but seeing the picture. Yeah, I have seen many times people with panic attack, and I make them repeat the mantra of Durga and make them see the picture of Goddess Durga, and it calms them down. Okay, the Goddess Durga is very powerful because she can fight with all the demons, all the negative forces within yourself and outside of yourself. So the mantra is like this. Om Shri Durgaye Namaha. Now the strong form of the mantra is this. Swami Vishnudevanji allowed us to use this strong form of mantra of Durga, yeah, with the bija mantra Dum. So you repeat it like this. Om Dum Durgaye Namaha. Om Dum Durgaye Namaha. Om Dum Durgaye Namaha. So please record the mantra and give to people to listen and broadcast it. Okay, now is the time. Mantra usually we don't broadcast, yeah, because you know, people need to be initiated to mantra, need to know. But now in this time of need, you can broadcast this mantra. Om Namo Narayanaya is a mantra Swami Vishnu decided to broadcast way long time ago to help the world. Now mantra Om Namah Shivaya because of the virus, so it's very good. And the mantra Om Sri Durgaye Namaha, Om Dum Durgaye Namaha is excellent because the world is in a panic mode. Now there's another mantra that you can use and you can record and play, okay, and broadcast and play. It's a mantra of Mahamrityunjay mantra, which is a mantra, excellent mantra for healing and for liberation. So you know people that are sick, people that are also very upset mentally because they lose their loved one, the people that die, the new people that die, the people that are sick, or they are afraid of sickness, you can use this mantra, okay? So I repeat it 3 times. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivaranam Urvao kamiva bandanan mricho mukshya mamritan. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugamtim Pustivadanam. Urvao kamiva bandanan mricho mukshya mamritan. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugamtim Pustivadanam. Urvao kamiva bandanan mricho mukshya mamritan. So please record this mantra and play. If you have in your household or in your community people that are very anxious, and the best thing is to record this mantra and play it at low volume all the time, 24 hours, so they can hear it, even though they might not understand it, but it brings peace to their mind. And the people that just die or they are on the sick bed, is the best thing to play this mantra for them. So you need to use, all yoga teachers, you need to use your consciousness. That means your concentration and your consciousness. So you cannot really repeat the mantra with your lips only. You have to repeat the mantra with your heart, because consciousness or God is dwelling in your own heart. And this is now the time for you to connect to your heart. So when you want to send the mantra to somebody, in order for you to assure that there is a healing power, physical healing, and also the mental healing, and also the spiritual healing, then you need to do it with your own consciousness and with your heart, addressing to the community or to the country or to the person that is in need. Okay, everything really happened in the psychic world, I mean in the spiritual world. So now as yoga teachers, this is the best time for you to apply. Yeah, so you need to focus your mind, and it's like a prayer, so you can send this, deliver these masses of energy. Basically, you have to imagine like this, that you are delivering these masses of energy, yeah, to a rear of the world. Yeah, you don't need to run there and bring some water and some supply, but you are using this very powerful method of sending positive energy. In the psychic world, everyone receive it. Yeah, they might be confused at that time, yeah, because their senses and their mind is switching their consciousness to another level. But in between, there will be time where they will be calm and they will be praying. Then they will receive your prayers. Okay, so that's the point number one, that all yoga teachers need to do, is to spread positivity. Okay, spread positivity by mantra. And also please read my article, how there is a connection between prana and thought. That means the more that you do things to increase prana, then the more that you are strong, and your immune system will be strong to prevent disease. So you need to explain that to your students and to your family, the link between prana that you can find in nature. So there will be a talk more later about that, how you can get prana in nature. So you need to explain to them the link between prana, thought, and emotions, and immunity. Yeah, to prevent the world to be sick, the best thing is to increase immunity, which is the fighting mechanism, yeah, that nature has given us in order for us to prevent diseases. Okay, so very important that the prana need to be high, that you need to increase the prana by absorbing the prana from nature, by having the proper lifestyle, okay, by eating the right food, and also by not spending the prana through negative thinking, worries, and action that is mindless action. The more that you be able to concentrate your mind, doing mindfulness and mindful actions, the more that your prana will be high, the more that you prevent disease, and you would have high immunity. You get that? Very clear. Increase the prana intake from nature, decrease the losing of prana through the senses and through your thoughts, your worry, your negative emotion. So it's a very simple mathematic formula. Increase prana, decrease wasting of energy. Okay, and we will talk more in detail how you can lose prana and how you can increase prana. Okay, so I repeat again. Number one, increase the spreading of positive energy by mantra and positive thoughts. Number two, increase prana and decrease the expenditure of prana through worry and negative thoughts, and through too much information that you cannot digest. When you get too much information that you cannot digest, automatically you would be stressed. Okay, so gather the information that you can digest. Yeah, it's like food. If you eat too much, you cannot digest, then you have toxins. Or if you eat the food that is not fitting to you, then you also have toxins. Okay, so you need to do that. And then the other thing that you need to keep in mind is in this time, people are needing comfort. Yeah, not just only, calmness, but they need the comforting kind of presence and comforting words. Yeah. So of course you cannot meet each other like before. You are in quarantine, but you can call, phone, and talk. You know that you're present. Sometimes you have some kind of feeling with people and relationship, and you don't want to talk to them. But now is a good time that you transcend this kind of limitation, yeah, that come from, ego and relationship dynamics. So it's good for you to call people, your friends, relatives, and reach out to your neighbors, maybe by phone or by email, so that you can give comforting words. It's very easy to give comforting words. How are you? How are you doing? We're concerned about you. Everything is okay. We love you. This kind of comforting words. And offer empathy. Empathy means we understand, yeah, you're losing your job, or you're at home, you don't know what to do, you're depressed, you're worrying. So we understand. So just offering empathy by listening. Okay, so people need to be able to talk. Okay, so you know that people need to be able to talk their worry. So then at that time you have to just listen, but without trying to give an answer. Okay, because really truly nobody has an answer. Okay, so be humble and just try to listen, not just only engaging with people when you feel that you have an answer. Nobody is having an answer, but it's very helpful to just listen to people. Okay, listen to their voicing out whatever their worry and concern. Okay, and then that's enough to help them to feel comforted and to calm down. Okay, so know that need. Now the next point is you need to help people to increase relaxation. Okay, because this is called the time of stress. So you need to help people to increase relaxation. Now know that there's 3 levels of relaxation. the physical relaxation, because when your mind is tense, your body will be tense. Okay, so you, by asanas and stretch, a simple stretch, yeah, you let the prana move and you are more relaxed. Okay, and this savasana, or tension and release with attention, is very good exercise now. Yeah, you don't need to, maybe your family members or your neighbors are not ready to do yoga, and then maybe they still have some kind of prejudice against yoga. It doesn't matter. You just tell them to lie down and to do some stretch. Yeah, tension release, and use their mind to relax their body. Yeah, so that's called savasana, or physical relaxation. Okay, releasing the tension from the body by stretching. Okay, and then the second level of relaxation is mental. What that means, you need to understand clearly. When the mind is distracted, it is not calm. Okay, when the mind is distracted, the mind has tendency to worry. So it needs to be concentrated. So the best thing is people concentrate on mantra, on kirtan, on reading book, on study, but they need to keep their mind focused on something positive. That is called mental relaxation. When they focus on something positive, okay? Mental relaxation does not mean let your mind empty, okay? That's wrong. Because when the mind is empty, then it starts to worry, even though you might not be aware. But worry, thought, and all kinds of imagination can come in the mind. So make sure that people understand that. And the third level of relaxation is called spiritual relaxation. Spiritual relaxation is when you know who you are. So most of us is in the dark. So these are not only a virus crisis, it's not only a mental, emotional crisis in the world, but also is a spiritual crisis. Because we go on and denying the spirit, yeah, we get lost in the consumer world, in the technological world, and we can go on living our life, yeah, like very, very rajasic or very externally oriented, yeah, and we don't take time to sit down, to think, to study, to introspect, to make wise choices, because we are being pushed here and there by the senses, by the pressure of advertising, consumer society. So now is the time also to spiritually rethink. Yeah. So spiritual relaxation comes when you have more knowledge of the truth of this life. When you have more knowledge of yourself, we call self-knowledge. And that comes only when you be able to meditate or you have faith. So you get that? Relaxation. Try to get people to relax, okay? Physically relax, and mentally relax, and spiritually relax, okay? The more they are quiet and calm and positive, they are spiritually relaxed, okay? So being in nature is helping people to relax, okay? So maybe you have to be quarantined in your house and you cannot go out, but you can look at your plants and take care of your plants or the flowers. Look through the window and look at the trees. Yeah. So anything nature will help you to relax. Okay. You have to do it. Focus on nature. And yesterday I have people doing an exercise in our advanced TTC class here. The exercise of contemplating nature. Okay. So nobody has to go anywhere. Actually, we sit at one place and we just look at the tree, and we look at the water in the pond, and we look at the dog that is passing by, yeah, and we're just contemplating. So then by being still and learning how to contemplate, everyone experiences a state of calm, and not just only calm, but a state of joy, a state of unity. This is exactly what we talk about when we are talking about spiritual relaxation. So there's a lot of techniques in yoga that can bring you to that state, okay? So we will have a subsequent other kind of teaching, so you can make use of all this. Yoga is a wealth of information that you can apply, and the more you apply and the more you see that it works, the more that it encourages you to use it more. Yeah. So now, before, yoga is more like marginal, but now you can see the world is collapsing the way how it is. So now is a time for yoga and yoga teachers to bring these secrets, techniques, and methods out and serve the world. Okay, there's no time to lose. This is the time. And now, so I talk about relaxation, and you need to explain to people that the way how they can take care of their fear and anxiety is through increasing relaxation. Okay, physical, mental, and spiritual. Now, like I said, there's a whole talk about anxiety and fear later on today. So now I just give to the yoga teacher a few tips. Yeah, actually we study all this in the yoga health education course that is very handy now, because we train people to become a health educator, basically in time of disease, what to do. Okay, so now a few pointers. How do you teach yoga for anxiety? Okay, so the number one, then you need to help people to improve their breath and body-mind awareness. Improve breath, body-mind awareness, okay, with rhythmical breathing. Okay, so just breathing with the diaphragm, yeah, to get more oxygen, but rhythmical breathing. Okay, then it would help. So when you do asanas, make sure that people coordinate the breath with the movement, and do pranayama. People are afraid sometimes to breathe because they are afraid to bring in the virus. Yeah, but it's a kind of wrong thinking, because it creates more tension unless you are already a yogi that you can hold your breath and survive. But you are not advanced yogi, so you need to breathe. Okay, so now the best thing is to find nature to breathe. Okay, so you might not be able to go out in the street, but you can open your window. You need to ventilate your room and your house. Okay, don't just close the window. Yeah, and you need to sit near to the window, and you need to breathe. Do pranayama. In general, for yoga teacher, you need to know that now is not the time to do kind of intense variation, intense yoga, asanas, okay? But it's the time to do gentle yoga, to slow down, so that you allow more mindfulness, more awareness in your breathing and in your movement, because this will counteract the fear and anxiety. You need to do restorative yoga. If those who don't know what is restorative yoga, then you can learn, but basically it is be in a very relaxed pose and putting some kind of prop like blanket and pillow on your different part of your body, yeah, on your chest primarily, but also on different parts of your body, so it feels like weighted down and it feels comforted. Okay, so that the focus is in mindfulness, awareness, and slow down and being comforted. So now the point number 2. So you need to increase the prana, which I said already, by moving the body in order for the prana to move. So you feel stuck and you feel panicking, then the prana is blocked. Then at that time, your thought go down more. So you need to just keep moving, yeah. But in yoga posture, in order to move the prana and to balance the flow of prana, very important at this time, because it will help you for your stress resilience. People will increase in their capacity to deal with stress if their prana is balanced. Okay, so simple moving of the body, stretching, but moving the body in the way of yoga taught, that means right and left, yeah, backward, forward, yeah, in a balanced manner with awareness, yeah. Then at that time, the mind will be balanced and you increase your stress resilience. Okay. Number 3, improve the mental emotional balance. It's just repeating the mental and emotional balance by regulating the breath. If you feel tension, people need to learn to exhale. Okay, exhale calmly and as slow as possible, so it releases the tension. Let's say you talk to the neighbor and the neighbor is panicking. You can tell on the phone to the neighbor, okay, calm down. Now just exhale slowly. Inhale, exhale to the count of 6. Yeah, like this. Inhale, exhale to the count of 10. Yeah, go very slowly. Yeah, and they calm down. Okay. And then the breath need to go with the movement, we said already, and the concentration of mind. Okay. So the awareness, the concentration need to be there. People cannot do yoga when they are stressed. Why? Because their mind is obsessed with something external and they cannot do yoga. Yeah. At that time, you tell them to lie down, to stretch, to breathe, and then to concentrate on the breath. Okay. So now the number 4, for yoga teachers, you need to know that you get burn out, yeah, and the virus can attack you. Yeah, if you, it is said, I hear some Ayurvedic teachers say that the virus is a pitta disease. That means too much heat, yeah, in the body. That's why more relaxation is important. And if you have too much heat and you have too much anger and too much thinking and too much stress, what you are doing is you are burning out your we say the ojas. Yeah, that means your helpful energy that sustain your life. Okay, so you are burning out. We call burnout. Okay, so you need to do is to increase your ojas shakti. That means your power of sustenance of your own body, that will bring you contentment, gratitude, and a sense of relaxation. Okay, so the key word is increase ojas. So this is the subtle energy that is taught by Ayurveda. So it's a good time to learn Ayurveda and to apply the Ayurvedic principles in your diet and in your lifestyle to increase ojas. You increase ojas by sleeping well, okay? And when you see that people, when they are anxious, they cannot sleep well. Okay, so you need to put some warm oil on the body, on the head, warm sesame oil, heat it up, yeah, and anything warm, okay, like even put a warm water pouch, yeah, on the body. You can, or warm water that you friction the body. It's okay if you don't have oil, yeah, but anything warm, and then you can eat properly. So when you are stressed, you're going to do nervous eating. You're at home, you have all this canned food that you store, you don't know what to do, so you eat this canned food and all the sugar, so it calms you down artificially. So this is the worst thing to do, okay? So you need to eat very nutritious food, simple food, yeah, but nutritious, so that the essence of the food will feed you, will feed the ojas, and will help you to calm down. Yeah, of course, ghee, if you can have ghee, then you take 1 spoon of ghee, 2 spoons of ghee in your food, then you would be nourished. Yeah, if you have almond drink, that's also very good to increase the ojas, okay? And then you need to have some, like I said, positive feeling and connection with the divine, because that also will give you the direct connection to the source of life, and that will sustain you as well and increase your ojas shakti, okay? So in this time of virus threat, you need to increase your ojas shakti. That means increase your quality of life, yeah? Not at that time destroying your life by wrong habit. It's a time to be much more careful to what you eat and what you think and what you feel. So now the point number 5, we already talked about it, is to create a sense of security, of warmth, of quiet, and of support. So people feel safe, okay? The key word is feeling safe, okay? To let go of the worry and the defense mechanism. Because if you feel worry and your fight and flight response is increased, then at that time, your defense mechanism will warn you out, okay? So it's important that you relax, yeah, that you activate your parasympathetic nervous system by many different ways, and yoga, asanas in the conscious manner, rhythmical breath, all this is helping your increasing of parasympathetic nervous system, activation. So, and also the faith that I talk about, the use the right brain, okay? Increase the faith. If you have some kind of spiritual practice, yeah, then you need to do it now. Yeah, it's not not wasting your time in worry, but more wasting your time or using your time in prayers. Okay, so now so decrease the defense mechanism in the mind. The number 6 point, I talked already a little bit about the relaxation, but I add on now is you need to change your attitude toward life. Okay, so the attitude before we have is the attitude of being passionate about life, passionate about enjoyment of the senses, rajasic attitude, running here and there so that your life can feel like it's more meaningful because you are experiencing everything and you are enjoying everything. So that is called rajasic kind of activity. And you need to decrease this kind of rajasic activity, and you need to increase the detachment attitude. That means a meditative, contemplative attitude toward life. You step back, yeah, and then you find the fullness within yourself, and you detach about what is going on. Okay, so we must think about this more, and there's more teaching that need to be involved in this, because it's not that easy. But basically, I just gave you a gist of this. Yeah, you need to be detached toward your action and the result of action. That means your work, you know, your money, your life. Yeah, be detached from it. If you attach to it, then you have more worry. So try to be detached from the result of your effort, the result of your action. I know it's difficult, yeah, but still that's the way to go. Yeah, either you worry about this, you cannot do anything about it, then you would get yourself worse, and then you get disease, yeah, because your immune system is low. Or you can just basically take the stand of being detached and to be in the present. Then at that time you will be more recharging yourself, and things are not that bad. Yeah, so basically change your attitude toward your whole life, be more detached and be more centered. Okay, so you need to, point number 7 is you need to experience a connection with your own self and to others. Okay, so the sense of connection is very important for mental health. So people talk about social distancing, everyone needs to stay away from each other, not moving, but then people don't know what to do. Yeah, so they can stay home, but they're depressed, they miss their friends, they miss their activity, their social activity, so they're depressed, they're angry, they're worrying. So this will make things worse. Okay, so we might help in the not spreading of the virus, but you are increasing the spreading of the negative virus of the mind. When people worrying, and they send the negative thoughts out in the atmosphere. Okay, so you need to be aware of that. So you need to help people to feel the connection to their own self. Okay, so these yoga techniques of asanas, pranayama, meditation is helping at this time for people to feel the connection with their own self. Okay, so we are having the bad habit to always think that something external or somebody external to ourselves is supporting ourselves. And these relationships are very essential for our well-being. Fine and good. You have your supportive network, yeah, of friends and people that you trust and you love. That is very good. I don't say anything against it. What I'm saying also is that you need to have your own support system in your own self, and that you need to turn your mind inward in order for you to find that support system within your own self. Okay, and that will help you, because even you have loved ones, they cannot be there with you 24 hours, yeah, on 7. They cannot be there for you all the time, and then you feel let down and you feel worried and anxious when they are not there. So the best person that can support you is yourself. Okay, so turn inward, feel the strength from within. Yeah, do self-affirmation. Let's say you never think about this kind of thought before, then now is the time for you to do self-affirmation. Write down the sentence and repeat yourself many times. Yeah, I am content and happy with myself. You say something like this. Yeah, day by day, everything is improving, everything is better in every way. Yeah, so you say things like that. Yeah, I am happy with the moment present. Okay, So do self-affirmation, something that you feel that it's good, the positive thought that you feel like really that help you. Then at that time you keep repeating that thought, because that thought will gain more momentum and more power, yeah, in the psychic world. And then at that time it help you. Okay, when you are panicking, then this thought will come up to the surface of the mind and it will help you. Okay, so do self-affirmation as a habit, and the gratitude list, create the gratitude list, so your heart keep opening, because worry and negative emotion, anger, frustration come only when you have your heart closed. Your heart become limited and closed, then at that time you have tendency to blame and to be negative. This is not the time to blame. It's not the time to be negative. You should not blame anybody, yeah, and try to cooperate and not blaming, everyone trying their best, yeah. So if you blame people to lie, to cheat, to not doing the right thing, you are sending more negative energy in the world. Okay, so try to send positive energy and try to focus on the positive and not on the negative and the blaming. So now, the last point, yeah, in the yoga class, you teach yoga class, I said already, teach a gentle yoga class that is encouraging and is calming, the best that you can. Okay, and of course, in the time of social distancing, then we advise that yoga teachers do not correct the students. Yeah, you can have people teaching. You can teach people online. Yeah, you can use a Zoom, video conferencing. You can use in order to teach people online. Yeah, but also if you have people at your room or your house, it is advisable that they sit at a separate distance from another, and that you are not touching them and correcting them. So with your voice, that's what you can do. Okay, you can use the voice, the cue, verbal cue, but not touching people and correcting them. Okay, so and very important for you, for yoga teachers, to remember to wash your hands with soap, yeah, in the beginning and at the end, okay, and of the class. If you do teach people, very important for everyone, you know that, I don't need to remind you, everyone need to be washing hands with soap for 20 minutes, for 20 seconds, sorry, yeah, with awareness as often as you can. It seems that it is the only way right now, yeah, not to spread the virus. Okay, so now, so we say a few tips for the yoga teachers already. Okay, and now the last point that I have, and then I will let you ask questions, is the restoring faith. So the idea is the virus comes from nature, okay? And then we become suspicious of nature, okay? So we become afraid of nature. That can be also, you can say that nature is God or goddess, okay? Is the universal presence, okay, around us. We call nature, okay? So we need to reconnect with nature, with Mother Nature, yeah, instead of be fearful and blameful of Mother Nature. And you need to recognize that you have mistreated Mother Nature, or you have not been as aware of her presence as you could. Okay, so you maybe have acted like a spoiled kid, okay, and think that mother will always be there for you, okay, and when mother is upset, yeah, and she spank you, then you get angry, yeah, but you need to not to be angry at Mother Nature. That's my point. Yeah, you need to rely on her, even though something that you perceive to be negative and it come out of the blue and it's mysterious and you don't understand, yeah, but still you need to have your heart open toward Mother Nature, okay, and then you know that she's there to take care of you, that she loves you, and then she gives you the everything that you need. But stop to act like a spoiled kid, okay, and to remember her. Yeah, so then restore back your faith in nature. Yeah, and those who have the people of faith, if you have faith toward your, particular God, particular prophet, particular religion, particular name and form of your faith, it's very good because you have your faith. Yeah. So in times of need, we usually turn more toward our faith. Okay, and we learn how to pray. So what I'm saying is you need to restore your faith. It's not the time to doubt, even though the tendency is more to doubt, okay, at this time, to be anxious and doubting. But it's the opposite that you need to do. Yeah, you need to reconnect and you need to be appreciative and increase your faith. Because why? Because faith keeps you going. Okay, in time that you want to control but you cannot control, you want to understand but you cannot understand, then at that time faith is what you got. Faith keeps you going, yeah, and faith gives you more stronger immunity. Okay, faith gives you strength. So it's a time to relate to our faith, not the time of doubt. Of course, you have to do everything that is needed, practical thing that you need to do, not to spread the virus, not to be sick yourself, increase your immune system, like we talked earlier. But you need to also to take care of your own spiritual self or your God. Try to find the connection with God. Okay, so for some of you might not be something that you are used to, but it's never too late. It's a time that you understand that you are not alone, that you are not in control, that is some superior intelligence that take care of things, in a bigger scale that you can see. Okay, so for yoga teachers, it's very important for you to have strong faith, because you have to be positive and guiding students. Okay, and for Vedanta students, Vedanta is yoga philosophy, then we talk about the self, okay, and about the detachment toward the things that are transient and changing, yeah, and to discriminate. That means to know the difference between that which is permanent and that which is changing, that which is the self and that which is the not self. So all this needs to, you need to have some basic education in Vedanta philosophy, which is a yoga philosophy, in order for you to understand how to do this. Okay, but in general, you need to remember that there is some presence within you, the consciousness within you that is there no matter what. And you need to tune to that. Okay, that consciousness can be seen outside as the hands of God or of the divine, or can be seen inside as your own inner deepest presence. Okay, so that's enough talk. And of course, we need to keep rehearsing, because one time you hear, one time you practice is not enough. So I've been doing this for almost 40 years. Basically, just keep rehearsing and rehearsing and rehearsing, hearing it and hearing it again and again. Okay, for yoga teachers and health educator, just know that just not only one time that you need to say to your student to calm down. You need to be very patient, yeah, to repeat again and again and again, and be available for the students and for people, because people here one time is not enough. So your presence need to be there steady and constant, and you need to keep repeating. Don't be afraid of repeating yourself, because it's not a question of information here that we need. It's a question of self-transformation and to help people to go deeper within themselves. Okay, so now I open to question and answers. I don't know how it works. Swami Adi, please help. Utsap Saha, raise hand.
Okay, can we hear you, Uttam?
Swamiji, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, this is Satya. Thank you, Swamiji, for hosting this talk. Is very comforting and helpful for me. My question is, so I teach at a university, and basically they send everybody home. So everybody's, we're all learning remotely online. So all the classrooms are moved to Zoom. I'm noticing students are very kind of unstructured. They're kind of isolated. It seems like all the things you're mentioning, like getting some depression, anxiety, are happening. And I think for students, because of teenagers, I think it's even more unstructured. So I worry that they might be just kind of developing some bad habits, and so I'm in a position where I'm a mentor for about 100 students here, and I reached out to some of the more disciplined students, about 10 of them. I'm going to meet with them this week, and I'm trying to give them some training on what they can do to help their peers, maybe form some accountability groups and stuff like that. Do you have any advice as far as what should I do in this position? Like what can I ask? What can I tell the students to do, or what can I if I have some more disciplined mentors, what can I have them do? Do you have any advice for that, Swamiji?
So I think that you need to address the question up front. That you need to say to them, now class is online, that you are more distracted, and then you have worry in your mind, and you have tendency to be lack in discipline. You need to address the question, because they are intelligent, they know. And then, so these are a few things that you need to do to help you. Okay, so before class, I would advise you to have people sit in silence. That's something that you can do. Okay, they sit in silence. You can guide them a few lines, and they can turn inward on their breath. That everyone can do. Silence for 5 minutes, breathing for a few minutes. Okay, if you can oming, then you can do in your class. I don't know if you can. Yeah, but online you can, I'm sure. In a classroom, university, maybe you cannot. But online you can, yeah, because the vibration of Om is uniting and calming. So you can do that before you teach, yeah, and you can take maybe 5 minutes or 10 minutes before you teach a class that you normally teach, yeah, to talk, to address about the situation, yeah, and then answer question and answers. People worry and anxiety. So you need to not to deny this unusual situation, but to address the situation and give some comforting words to the student. Yeah, everything will be fine, and you are learning new way of functioning. So don't learn bad habits, okay? But try to keep focus and keep some good habits. The good habits is creating routine, okay? So if you help people in their daily life to create routine, because when people is at home or when they study at home and they don't have routine, yeah? So normally you have to go to work, you have to go to school a certain time, you cannot be late, and then you know, you raise a hand to ask question and receive answer, you do your homework. But now you are in a free kind of classroom like this. Yeah, you have no time, no schedule, no accountability. So this is when the lower mind can play havoc. Okay, so at that time, the people that are teachers like you and all other teachers need to help the people to create their daily routine. Yeah, waking up the same time like you normally you go to school or normally you go to work. Yeah, do your own hygiene and things, maybe a little bit more than usual. And then sit down and study the same way like when you go to school, and study and then have a break. Yeah, so work out the whole daily routine. Okay, and then when you go back home or when you see that session online, then you can eat and you can relax and you can listen to music and you can contemplate nature. You can do some exercise. If you cannot go out in the street, you can you know, do some running in the same place or some whatever, that you do some yoga, you know, like this. So you give, it's a very wonderful time to give some good suggestion. Okay, I hope it helped.
Okay, Swamiji, you have 2 questions in the chat, and then you have another hand up.
Okay.
So the one question from the chat is from Paul Whites. He says, some students don't want to chant the mantras. Is there an alternative?
They just have to focus on their breath, because breath is the sound Om. Basically, the sound Om is universal sound. Yeah, you need to explain to them. I have been teaching for, you know, like I said, 35, 40 years. Yeah, to completely new beginners so many times. And when we say Om, everyone calm down. Yeah, it's our own fear. Sometimes we think that people don't understand, you know, but Om is universal sound. You explain it's the sound of the breath, the sound of the wind, the sound of the ocean, the sound of the baby crying. Is a sound vibration that unites everyone, because we are living in the world of vibration. If you people can understand that, and fine, you explain. Otherwise, the sound of the breath. The breath is the closest thing and the most comforting thing. Yeah, so they can be in silence. They don't have to chant. They can be in silence, but listen to their breath in a rhythmical manner. Thank you very much, everybody. We say the prayer Trayambakam now for the health of the world. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugamdim Pushtivadanam Urvao Kamiva Bandanan Michua Mukshia Mamritam. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugamdim Pushtivadanam Urvao Kamiva Bandanan Michua Mukshia Mamritam. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugamdim Pushtivadanam Urvao Kamiva Bandanan Michua Mukshia Mamritam. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Bolo Satguru Sri Sivananda Maharaj ki jai. Bolo Sri Vishnu Devananda Maharaj ki jai. So stay strong, be strong. Om Namah Shivaya.